going to continue to talk about our California prisons. I'm going to do three things today. I'm going to give you an update. I'm going to drop some knowledge, and then we are going to end on a very good note. So, update. As of today, 40 people have died from COVID in our California prisons. Now, let's talk about our topic, reducing our prison population by 50%. So, because of COVID, public health officials have said that California state prisons need to reduce our prison population by 50% in order to save lives right now. 50%, you say, that's a lot. Yes, it is, but also 50% of our incarcerated people, by California's own assessment, present little risk of recidivism of any kind. How is that, you say? They are middle-aged, they are elderly, and or they have aged out of crime. So currently in California, we have 110,000 folks who are in our prisons, and we spend $81,000 a year to incarcerate a person. So if you have 110,000 folks and you reduce that population by 50%, that is 55,000 people, you can actually save $4.5 billion in state funds that can go to community-based organizations who are actually doing the real hard work around public safety, making sure that folks who get out have access to shelter, employment, mental health and other social services, and jobs. And these organizations we know are woefully unfunded. So 55,000, you say, that is a lot. In 1980, California actually incarcerated 24,000 people. So 110,000, 24,000. We know that California likes to over-incarcerate. California likes to over-incarcerate. California likes to over-incarcerate. And this is our time to actually show some mercy and be efficient with taxpayer dollars. So how can this be done, you say? Well, we have some legal tools at our disposal. The first is called commutation. So the governors have the ability to commute sentences. That means they have the ability to say, you know what, your time is up. You have served your time. You do not need to continue to live in this cell. I am going to commute your sentence. So with commutations, you are also subject to parole, and you are also subject to community supervision. The other tool at our disposal, legal tool, are our district attorneys. So in California, we have 58 counties and we have 58 district attorneys. A couple of years ago, the California legislature gave power to the district attorneys to actually take folks from prison, bring them back to court to say, you know what, justice is not being served by this person continuing to serve time in prison. They should be released. So we have the tools. The question is, do we have the will? I have to tell you that $13 billion that we are spending every year for our prison system is a tad, just a tad too much. So I used to live in New York, and a term that we like to say is Yawsta. So Governor Newsom has said Yawsta. I'm going to bring this up in a minute, but governors have the opportunity to say Yawsta. District attorneys have the opportunity to say Yawsta. And I'm saying Yawsta. Punishment is not reform, and it is certainly not rehabilitation. So the good news, Patricia Wright was recently commuted. Who is this woman? She's a 68-year-old mother, grandmother. She served 23 years in prison. She's legally blind, and she's actually terminally ill with ovarian cancer. And doctors say that she has about 6 months to a year to live. That's not good news, but the good news is that she is released and she is out of prison where she is with her family. So that's one person. We have 54,999 more to go. You know what I say? Yawsta. We can do this, California. I'm Sydney Kamlager. This is Dispatches from the Briefing, and I will see you next week to talk more about our California prison.